Hey, this is Ricky Kenerly Cichlids, and we're going to start off this video with the fish room tour. Just give you a broad look at the whole room, and then we're going to start going individual aquariums. There's 12 of them. They range from 30 up to 125 gallons. They're all full of African Cichlid. So let's go ahead and start off. Woo! We have a lot of new additions to this tour from the previous tour. We actually got another aquarium set up, a 30-gallon tall. All these aquariums are just being moved from a location. They're not recently purchased. Now look at these. These are albinos. We got one alpha standing out right there. It's looking pretty good. He's not big enough to see the full colorations, but it's definitely a male. I decided to move all my albinos together. I don't have a lot of them. And then this will be a breeding group as long as there's a few females, which I'm hoping there will be. If not, I'll be breeding with them with the OBs, because actually both parents of these albino peacocks were OBs. These came from OBs. So we're looking really good on these. I'm excited about it. New addition to the fish room, this 30-gallon aquarium. Got the mat filtration. It's bowed in instead of bowed out. Looking good. So let's go to the next aquarium. So this was a recent aquarium that was shown in a video. Plecos and frontoses. Not a lot of change since that last video. Everything's doing great. I love the sand. It's my favorite sand, even though there's a little bit of cloudiness all the time, because there's fine debris in the sand, no matter if you wash it or not. Still my favorite sand, so I would recommend it to most people. It's a crushed coral sand. If you ever want a link to it, I'll give it to you. So let's move on down to the next aquarium. And look at this. I did change this to a bowed in instead of a bowed out mat and filtration. I like that best. That means the mat is, instead of coming this way, is bowed in that way. And it works a lot better. So let's go to the next aquarium. So the next aquarium we got here, this is the home of Changer. And third eye blind male. He's got one eye that's good, and so does Changer. She's completely healed up. They're getting to become more like a pair, and within a few more weeks, usually takes about 4 weeks after a breeding attempt, they'll be breeding again. Now the last time they weren't fertilized, but eggs were dropped, so I think it's progressed where the things will go well on their next attempt. Everything's doing good in here. I added a piece of mopani wood in here. Looks a little better. Does have a couple of plecos in this aquarium. So let's go to the next aquarium. So this one has a male frontosa. It's got some mopani wood. It's a little bit tinted still. There was a water changed on it, but there's a lot of tannins being released from the wood. He's in there solo. No hurry or plans to do anything with him yet. So we're going to look at him later to see what we're going to do. So let's move on to the next one. The next one I actually got some requests from. Look at that. Look at that fish right there. Yellow top on it. The red in it. All these are offspring of the icebreaker. You can watch other good videos when we see him in a little bit better light. I added a piece of mopani wood in here. We do have a female frontosa healing up pretty good. She's actually healed up all the way from a little bit of aggression from a male. The icebreaker main male is in here to automatically become the alpha male in this aquarium, and within a few months he'll be breeding with the fifth or sixth generation of the icebreakers. They're doing great. The males are developing color at a good size. I'm really happy with it. You can see there the yellow on this one as well, and then look at that. So I like the yellow on top and all the red. So these may actually look better than the original icebreaker. We'll just have to see. So we're going to pause and change off some lights so you won't have glare, and we'll continue with the tour. So this aquarium is a 75-gallon full of dragon bloods. Now it does have a few OBs in here, but it's predominantly a dragon blood aquarium with driftwood and anubias. I love the way it looks. It's pleasing to the eye, and of course I'm using mat infiltration. These guys have gotten adjusted to the move. They swim out. They just real comfortable, real relaxed. They're not, stressed or anything. They're doing great from the move, and I'm very happy how that's turned out. So let's move to the grow out tank. Now, I just recently changed some things on the mat infiltration, so it's a little bit different in here. I moved the albinos out of here, and within a few weeks, I'm actually going to start separating some of these into 2 other 55-gallon tanks because they're about to be the size where they need more room to grow efficiently. Very little aggression in this aquarium. Look at all the bubbles. I changed the mat infiltration to a bowed-in method, and the direction of the pump is a little bit different. Lots of micro bubbles, which give lots of oxygen to the fish, and they're just loving it. They're swimming around a lot more. So this has a lot of OBs, a few dragon bloods, and some icebreakers. So I'm pretty happy with it. But then, like I said, they're going to be moving these, some of them to 2 other 55-gallon tanks in the near future that I'll set up from another location. So I won't spend much time on this one. This is basically a holding tank for a mean male frontosa. He's beating up on some females. Not going to sell them or nothing. He's just hanging out until I decide what to do with them. Uses mat infiltration. We'll probably update the mat infiltration to a bowed-in method later. He's getting to be more relaxed, but he's still dark. Now, one of the biggest changes you'll see in this next aquarium. Look at this. This is an all Mabuna. Well, it's all Malawi fish. There is mostly Mabuna in here, but there's a peacock. There's a few other ones in here. And these guys are looking great. But look at the mopani wood. I've changed from caves to mopani. Lots of activity, but there seems to be less stress. And these guys are doing good on their coloration. We still have, dominant males coming out. Look at this electric yellow. He's growing fast. They're growing really fast. I've kind of updated on the feedings to twice a day if I can get to it. And they're growing, and we got a lot of fish holding in this aquarium. So I'll give a better, closer view on this aquarium on another video. But the mopani wood is just looking great in this aquarium. And it's a big change from rocks to this. And I'm expecting the algae to grow very well on the wood, and it'll be a supplemental food for the Mabuna because they love algae. Now we're looking at the bottom 75. It was a very boring aquarium last time you saw it. But look here, I got some driftwood. It's sticking out of the top of the aquarium, and I've got some anubias that's immersed, not submerged, but immersed, where they're not completely in the water, and I'm hoping that they'll grow a lot faster that way. I've had very good success in the past with anubias, and I kind of got away from growing the plants, but I'm wanting to really get going on now. This may not be a permanent setup because as the fish get bigger, it's possible that they'll jump out. Now let's see if we can see some of the fish in here. Now I got this mopani wood here. Of course I'm using mat filtration. Look at all the little fish in here. Most of these are the sunset peacocks. I had thought about moving the fish in this aquarium to a different aquarium because this was pretty big for what fish I had in here. But I decided to let them have the room to grow out in. And you see how the driftwood is kind of above the the ground level of the aquarium, and it's kind of looks like it's kind of floating. Kind of like that look. Kind of looks like some type of Cylon base from Battlestar Galactica. It's looking really cool. Enjoying that, and it's going to be a really good aquarium for the sunset peacocks. So let's go to the next aquarium. This one, I may, if this does not sink after being waterlogged, I may put some anubias up here and grow it immersed instead of submersed. And let's see if we can get we got the Mabuna in here. Most of them are probably bicolor labs. It looks really good. They were released naturally. They weren't stripped. There's around 20 or so in here. Good size. I'm going to let them grow out here, and this is going to be their aquarium to grow out in. A lot of them are back there in the corner where you can't see them, but they're doing really well. And I'm excited about this aquarium as well. Now to kick it off, at the end of this video, we're going to look at the Big Boy Aquarium. The Big Boy Aquarium is doing great. Lots of colors. It just looks great. The fish are doing great. Do have to do one water change, around a third of the water each week. It's worth it. No issues. The females are holding. I actually have females in here. A lot of breeding action. Over 100 peacocks in this aquarium. Lots of color. Lots of fun. Lots of energy. And lots of views from me and from you. Thanks again for watching the Ricky Kenerly Fish Room Tours. Until next time, woo!